Hello, hello again, it's Blue Potato. Today we have Annie in our A3Z challenge going up against Kale. This is one heck of a match. You'll notice that Singed and Senna are duos. They actually recognize the Malphite and Evelyn from the enemy team, and they start talking smack at the start of the game, saying it's going to be an easy game. It's anything but that. We also have Master Yi, who, for about 2-3 minutes of the game, likes to stay middle lane as opposed to jungling. So a quick rundown of Annie's abilities. Her passive lets her stun an enemy after 4 casted abilities. That's 1, 2, 3, or 4. Her first ability fires a fireball that reduces its cooldown and cuts off its mana cost when it kills an enemy. Her second ability is a flamethrower. It's like a cone, does a lot of damage. Her third ability is a shield that does damage to people who hit the shield. Super cool, it's like Thornmail. And lastly, her ultimate is summon the giant bear that attacks enemies for the next 30 seconds. You've seen it around. Alright, let's get this game started. You can see Master Yi hanging out in middle lane, and you'll see an indicating of the thing I was telling you about earlier, about the message. Game easy with the Smelv and Eve on the other team. What a savage. Starting off the game off a little toxic. And yeah, Master Yi is trying to steal my farm. This is really impactful for myself, because as a solo laner, we are splitting up the costs, well not the costs, but the profits and the experience in half between me and Master Yi. So even though Kale here is being pushed back to her turret, let's just say that each of those minions gives her 100 XP. After 6 minions, that's 600 XP that she gets, but me and Yi, we split that so we each get 300. You can notice here that we just got level 2, and Kale is already level 2. And yeah, it might not seem like a big deal, but let's pretend this was level 4. So she must have leveled up to level 5 earlier than us. That means she has her ultimate much earlier than we do. And this doesn't just affect me as a solo laner. This also affects Master Yi as a jungler. As a jungler, you have this ability called Smite, right? That's the thing that executes minions and monsters. When you have that equipped, you have something called Hunting License. For the first 5 minutes of the game, you're cutting the profit from lane minions in half. So he's just wasting his experience and his gold. Like, he hasn't touched a single bit of his camp. He took 2 short shots, he's already flashed, so he's not having a good time in middle lane either. And you'll notice that I check the overview board very often. The reason I do this is because with Master Yi taking a lot of my farm, I have to make sure I'm at least keeping up with gold with Kale. And if I'm not, then I'm struggling even worse than I was before. That was kind of awkward. Master Yi just gave Kale a free kill, so now she's 1-0. And a level ahead of me. I'm still level 3. I believe she actually hits level 5 pretty soon. Now she's almost halfway done with level 4. So this is when things start to escalate, right? Those few minutes that we were sharing experience and gold has led to this little inconvenience. And it's like, dang, how am I not getting upset about this whole situation, right? And I'll be honest, it was a little frustrating. I wouldn't say upset. I wouldn't, say anything bad in chat or anything. So I just told myself that at this point of the game, I placed myself a deliberate handicap by allowing Kale to hit level 5 much sooner than me to test my own abilities as a player. Obviously that's not true, but at least it makes me feel good about myself, you know? If I win, that's awesome. If I don't win, I had a handicap anyway. And that can help you sometimes, maybe, mentally, if you tell yourself that. I don't know. That's how I tell myself. That's how I hype myself up. And you may be wondering why I didn't help out Tristana in that gank. To be honest, that was just tilt controls. Told you, this game was a little frustrating, so I'm not really going to play at my best until I feel better about myself. So, yeah. I also missed Ignite there for a free kill, so I'm thinking about just engaging on her, but I missed that, so I'm going to move on. And look at that, Evelyn with a retort saying, easy game, right? I was going to recall here, but I noticed that I need 1400 gold to get Rod of Ages. I have 1250. I'm going to wait and get 150 more gold. Look at all the CS I'm missing. It's absolutely horrendous. But now I only need 30 gold. I missed another CS. Holy smokes. Evelyn from out of nowhere. I tried being fancy here and stunning her, but I completely missed. Master Yi with the flash and then the heal. I respect that. And so here I'm going to try to recall after I kill the minion. Get a good little freeze going on. But Evelyn, with the massive disrespect here, just stops me with her first ability. What a mean person. So now I just gotta stay in and farm. I might as well, right? Get some extra gold. Lucian with the killing spree, he's popping off. Singed with a shutdown. Let's go. Starting to get this groove going. We're 104. We'll be alright. Master Yi is back home in middle lane. 1v1ing Evelynn. He looks like he's not having a good time. Uses his heal, which negates a little bit of damage. Oh, here comes Kayle out of nowhere. Tristana roaming from Baron lane. Probably no Mia's from Malphite because he had no idea where she came from. An exhaust and an ultimate from Kayle. Tristana, I think, gets the kill. Let's go. I completely missed my stun here on Evelynn. She flashed. I get a 1 kill. Lucian coming out of nowhere. Here's my third ability, using it to do a little bit of extra damage. I try max ranging my ultimate, my stun, and if you don't know, Tibbers gets enraged with stunned enemies, so he hits really, really fast and chases you really, really fast. And with that, we just got a lot of profit. We're 4-4, I'm 2-0. We're taking this turret down really, really fast. And so here's where things get interesting with gold. Let's open up the scoreboard and talk about it. Tristana's done 2 roams. She's behind in gold. Master Yi was in middle lane for a long time, but he's ahead in gold. I'm ahead in gold by 4,200, by 1,000 almost. Lucian is ahead by 1,000 almost, and Senna are pretty even. And with that I recalled, and I'm going back to middle lane. Master Yi is still at middle lane. He's been taking a lot of my farm. So again, this gold disparity that we have against Kayle is going away because of him in middle lane. And you'll notice something really interesting here. I'm not going to call it micro, I'm just going to call it like noticing weird things. You notice Kayle's movement is going towards the river as opposed to going towards her turret. That means Evelynn's around here, and just as expected, she's right there. Obviously, I'm going to die here, but that was just something to notice if you didn't notice it. At least I got Kayle, so that's a 1-for-1 trade, even though Evelynn got a shutdown gold. Tristana trying to 1v1 this Rift Herald. Unfortunately, Evelynn is around the area, so I'm pretty sure she can just steal it if she wants to, which I believe does happen. Oh, ultimate from Malphite. Oh, she got killed and the Rift Herald stolen from her. Master Yi could be rotating towards Dragon, but instead he's back at middle lane. I have to figure out how to make my money back because he just does not want to give me my own lane. In a blink and you'll miss it situation, I saw Evelynn around this area, so I'm going to try to see if I can find her. And there she is, really low on health, so I just pop her, ignite her, and then use my Proto Belt to kill her. GG, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Here comes Kayle, that's a 2v1, exhausted, that really sucks. I had to flash out of there. She actually flashed onto me, so I'm going to use my ultimate, try to survive this onslaught, use my shield for some extra health, get a stun off, and we made it out of there alive. That was absolutely bananas. The fact that Master Yi was pinging to attack was kind of not nice of him. And seems to be Tristana versus Lucian in middle lane, so I'm not going to waste my time there. I see Malphite trying to take Baron lane turret, so I'm on my way over there. He also hasn't recalled yet, so he's doing the blue potato tactic of completely ignoring the recall button. He only has a Sapphire Stone. He took like 4 turret shots. Holy smokes, this is a free kill. He's leaving me alone. I'm not going to chase on. I just farm my gold. But if he stays here, that's a free kill for me. Man, this cooldown on this first ability is absolutely insane. It's like 1 second. Holy smokes. I try zoning him out. I have 3 seconds left for Tibbers, and my Proto Ball is up. So I can do something really fancy here. And I'll tell you why I Proto Belted to the side. Just in case he has his ultimate, I wanted to be sneaky and let him waste his ultimate. Instead he flashed the other way, but I'm on a killing spree. 6-1, we big chillin'. We take the turret, and if you don't know, now you know. I love to overstay my welcome. However, this actually came out, okay. Lucian flash, Evelynn flash, Lucian used his ultimate. I'm going to say it's a win-win. No, just kidding. That was an absolute loss. I gave him shutdown gold yet again. But at least we're getting Dragon. We secure Dragon, but they are pushing Rift Herald Baron lane really, really hard. I'm waiting to get 1050 gold to buy myself my Luden's Echo, because I was going to walk over there and come back to get it. I'd rather just wait. It's 10 seconds that I had to wait. Master Yi dies, so it's just Tristana by herself versus Rift Herald, Malphite, and Evelynn. So I Proto Belt, ult in with a stun. Malphite's almost going to go down. Evelynn tries to taunt me, but she uses her first ability way too early. I managed to long range snipe Malphite, stun Evelynn, make sure Tibber gets some of that kill. He's hungry. That's a double kill for myself. So at this point, it's like whatever Master Yi did early on in the game doesn't matter. And a lot of the times, that's what happens. Regardless of someone else's performance, if you're doing what you can do to be okay, then you'll be happy with yourself. It is what it is. Look at that. Master Yi is popping off. He just killed Lucian with the assistance of Singed. They're just chasing down Kayle like crazy. And people don't expect that. You know, sometimes people just like to be silly at the beginning of the game, realize, oh, people want to actually win this game, and then they try winning the game. It's just, you know, peer pressure, but positive. At this point, we're just being really greedy at this point. We could just recall, have a good time, buy some items, but you know, everyone just has that like really hype mode where it's like, oh, we just did something really good. So this is how we blow leads. Thankfully, they misplayed that, and we all got away from there safely. And we're going to pretend that Master Yi is being our cheerleader with all those emotes. And this is what I mean by misplaying. If Malphite saved his ultimate for this, we would have lost this. Unfortunately, I couldn't let Senna stay alive. Lucian got the kill, but I got him back for her. I got you, fam. Uh-oh, Tristana's all the way by herself. I can't do much, so I'm going to recall here. I rotate directly towards Rift Hold because I think they're going to take it. Unfortunately, I'm too late. They actually managed to snag it right when I got there. Evelyn almost died here. If I had Infinity Orb, she would have died anyway, but can't do much about that. Mashi killing Malphite. He's popping off now. Our little cheerleader him. He's going after Kill now, 1v1. I'm not really paying attention. I just did a field goal. I went in between the minions there. Double kill. Mashi is going to push Baron lane, I hope. Senna comes towards middle lane. I'm going to try to push out this wave. She just breaks my ankles here. I completely missed my first ability off my stun. Well played, Senna. I see Evelyn here, so I'm going to, you know, walk away. I can't deal with both of them right now. Singe dealing with Lucian. He's on a killing spree. Remember, the game started 0-4. We're now at 16-2. So now technically, if we go down all the way down to 0, we are the 4 and they're the 0. This part's really funny. Singed baited Evelyn to all three of us, and she just gets absolutely just destroyed. And Singe lives. And you know me and my never-ending, never-recalling nonsense. I can buy my Infinity Orb. I don't know why I'm staying in lane, but I do, unfortunately. Here comes Kill looking for blood. I have no mana, so I'm going to hope for the best here. She exhausts me. I flash out of her ultimate to make sure I'm getting damage. And I missed my first ability, but I managed to get it the second time I shoot it. Here comes Lucian out of nowhere. Tristana's right here next to me, so I bait him out. Thankfully, Tristana gets the kill and also heals me. And I will tell you, this was purely luck. I wasn't really paying attention to what was going on. I just knew I had to survive. And now I have 2,000 gold. It's really just silly of me to hold on to this much gold. I had an extra 1,200 almost after I bought Infinity Orb. Once we get back to lane, we do a very extended trade, although this was my fault. I set my team up for failure here, but it's for the memes. No, just kidding. It was just a really bad call on me. I do my fancy combo on KO. She has her ultimate. I'm just taking turret shots. Now the whole team is on us. My team tries to come and help me out. I feel so bad for this. Lucian walked right up to me, so he gets taken care of really easily. I'm trying to move around. There's so much going on. There's a lot of things flying left and right. I get stunned. Senna's still healing me. I walk away from Evelyn because she is going to taunt me and kill me. Now I'm going to see if I can help Senna. Unfortunately, Senna dies. Mashi dies. It's a 2v1 in my situation. I ignite Evelyn, use my first ability, second ability, I kill her. Senna dodges my first ability. I should have used my first ability here, but I try being fancy, use my ultimate, and Kill out of nowhere just destroys me in the middle of my casting my ultimate. That was kind of funny. So I'm pinging to attack the dragon because the enemy team is right there. I was hoping Master would rotate and take it with Smite. That didn't happen, obviously. The enemy team took it. Malphite is still pushing Baron Lane, which is why I'm here, stopping him from doing that. He uses his ultimate, but thankfully he's building tank, so he doesn't do that much damage. I used Proud Bow to stay on him. I managed to get a really nice stun on my first ability and let Tibbers get that kill. After farming for what seemed forever, I'm on my way to go help out Dragon Lane. There's 3 enemies there, so you have Evelyn, Senna, and Malphite. I'm going to focus Senna first to get rid of the shields and the stuns. Then I'll focus on Evelyn because she's just squishy compared to Malphite. Lucian is on the top. Malphite walked right up to me, so I'm going to take care of him after triple kill. Singe here slows Lucian to the point where I can stun him. Well, not stun him, but kill him. Quadra kill. Mastery's keeping Kill busy, but he dies to her. But she is just so strong right here. Look at the damage she's doing. So she exhausted me, she flashes. I don't have flash or anything up yet, so this really sucks. Singed, again, superhero. Unfortunately, I missed all of my abilities that matter, and we do a trade-off, 1 for 1. I got a pentakill, she got technically a triple kill. This whole time, however, Tristana was also pushing Baron Lane. She took the second tier turret, and she's on her way to take the inhibitor turret, so that's awesome. Gotta make sure I shut out Shins, because he died for me, but he also slowed both enemies, so I can get that pentakill. But here is a really funny thing. I come back to life after, 40 seconds of being dead. Senna's in middle lane. I'm going to see if she'll come where Master Yi is going, so I'm using Master Yi as baits. And she does. I stun her. I miss my first ability somehow. I draw my ultimate, almost kill Lucian as well. I portal belt directly towards them, even though Kale and Malphite are right next to me. So at this point, I just, killed myself. What a silly goose. After a minute timeout, we have taken a second inhibitor turret. So we're having a good time. We're pushing the lanes that need to be pushed. We are 1-for-1 with Dragon. I think they're attacking Baron. So I saw everyone migrate towards there. So I'm saying let's all group up there and see if they're going for Baron. Maybe we can sneak up on them and take it from them or kill them. Unfortunately, or fortunately I guess, they weren't there, so we're not fighting them. I'm thinking about what to do. Maybe we can go for Baron. Master Yi and Tristan are both here. Singe comes back in 5 seconds, and so does Senna. So we have the chance to do it. I see 2 people recalling, or Lucian recalling, so I'm telling let's go for it. Master Yi can come to us, but he decides to play his own game. He's doing his own thing. I'm pinging attack because this is free for us right now. Me and Tristan are just going to take this Baron. Singe and Senna are rotating towards us. Master Yi gets found out by Kale and a Malphite. He gets taken down. Unfortunately, if he had come to us, we could have handled that differently, but at that point, it is what it is. I'm saying let's go for Dragon now that we have Baron, and it spawns in 20 seconds. Master Yi's like, attack the enemies that killed me. He's like, avenge my death, and I'm like, I may be a red witch, but I'm not the Scarlet Witch. Just kidding, that's a Avengers joke for you guys there. So we got Baron, we ended up getting the Elder Dragon pretty much for free, and a lot of people, right, on Reddit or on regular discussions talk about macro versus micro. Macro is all this, controlling objectives. Our micro was our, laning phase. We were fine for the most part. A lot of the times, the game depends on how well you can manage going for an objective, choosing when's the right time to go for what objective. In this situation, even though we didn't have the best start of the game, we did really well at rotating as a team to get dragons, to get Baron, and to get the Elder Dragon. And with that, this game is pretty much a free win. Like Baron buffed minions are just taking the Nexus for us. And with Elder, the people are scared to attack us because we can execute them after a certain point. But with that, it's a good game. That was the Annie match of the A3Z challenge. I hope that was fun for you guys. It was really fun for me to make this one. And yeah. I mean, it was cool that I got a Penta with Annie. That was pretty hype. And today was the release date of Vex, a new champion, so I'm going to add her into the list. But she is in V, so I have a long ways to go before I get to her. At the end of the day, we will play all the champions, and when Aatrox comes out, I will back to play him because he obviously takes priority because he has double A in his name. Anyway, thank you again for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, week, night, year, month, whatever the situation is. And I hope this climb this season is way better than it was last season. I'll see you all later.